welcome to a very special mashup edition of the Felicity Yarn Studio podcast and
the Yarn Curator podcast.
I'm Zoe.
I'm Naomi.
And I'm Joanna.
Our mom.
If you've been watching any, this is Revan. So if you've been watching any of our vlogs from the past few days, my Blogtober, you'll know that we just had SAFF this weekend, which is the Southeastern Animal Fiber Festival.
Fair.
See, I was going to say, I think I got that right, but I didn't. And we also went to the Black Mountain Indie Extravaganza event. We're just here to share some of our thoughts and our experiences. But first, if you want to find us on social media, I am Zoe Nichols on Instagram and Ravelry. And I have an Etsy shop also under Felicity Yarn Studio.
And I am the Yarn Curator on Instagram, as well as House of Cardigans on Ravelry. Wow, brain fart. And I also have a website called theyarncurator.com where I post show notes from my episodes.
Mom, do you want to be found?
Or do you want to remain anonymous?
I'm Queen of Scarves on Instagram.
That's good enough. Yeah.
I don't post very often.
No worries. So I guess a little recap. We went to Black Mountain on Friday morning, and did that first. So what did y'all think of Black Mountain?
Sorry, indigestion.
That's just what the people want to see.
I thought it was a nice yarn shop, lots of good selection, good mix of indie dyers, tonals, speckles. They didn't really have a lot of workhorse yarns that I saw there. It's mostly upscale, but I don't know. I might not have seen everything.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
And there was a lot of people and a lot to take in.
And we knew we were going to the ApotheFaery next.
Yes,
so
that too.
We kind of held back, even though they had a lot of
Well,
free
we
stuff.
held back. Zoe, there's no holding Zoe
crazy.
back. No.
There was just a few things that I couldn't resist.
And then
I liked the bright colored tweeds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tweed is having a moment.
It is.
There was a lot of that. The indie extravaganza was nice. The one dyer that I was thinking I was going to get something from, and then I said we were going to come back, and then we never went back, was the Fig and Posy. Fig and Posy, really pretty pastel tonal speckles was probably my favorite.
There was a lot of gorgeous yarn.
Yeah.
Just again, we were kind of overwhelmed at first, and
I know Emma's yarn was there, but she's local to me, so I didn't buy that because I can drive an hour and a half and get it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we did spot Casapinka though.
Oh yeah. I was looking at something and I complimented someone on their sweater, and she turned around and I was like, "That's Casapinka." Go figure.
Oh, and who's the other one that has a podcast with the short blonde hair? Her booth.
I don't know.
Not House Yarns, I think.
Not House.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
she was up
there
too. Her stuff was really pretty too.
So,
did anyone? Who stood out to you up there, Zoe?
Well, I went with the intention of getting self-striping yarn from Lollipop Yarns. I liked native fibers. I didn't realize they were local to me in Charlotte.
Oh, she's the one I liked.
Too. Yeah.
So, yeah, I might need to look them up online when I'm ready to, or maybe find, I don't know if they have a brick and mortar or, I don't know. We'll see. And I really liked the woman that had indigo dyed things there as well. That was neat.
I never made it really into her booth because there was always a ton of people there, which is a good sign for them. Yeah.
Oh, and the button jar studio bags were really pretty in person. I liked those.
But yeah, it was nice. A lot of people there. I think a lot of people were going there just go ahead and get the elephant out of the room.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the Legionnaires outbreak that happened about a month ago at the fairgrounds where SAFF was being held. So they had a decent crowd there.
They really did, yeah.
It was really busy. I ran into my local yarn store owner there. So that was funny.
Small world.
As well as one of the other shop patrons was there as well. So we had a little Largo contingent repping.
What's that yarn shop?
It's called Creativity, but it's spelled
CRI.
We'll drop it in here.
So I was the only one who bought yarn at Black Mountain. Let me grab this.
Hey, Black Cat. You also co-hosting down here?
Yes, he likes to keep us company.
I don't think you guys can see him, but there's a black cat right here.
He was up here a minute ago. So, like I said, I wanted to get some self-striping, and the day before the event, I was looking at Black Mountain Stories, and I saw that Lollipop Yarns was going to have some Christmas colorways. This is called I Believe in Santa Claus.
Go a little to your...
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. And it comes with this, it's a 25 gram mini, so it's a good size mini.
Honestly, hold it a smidge back. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Right about there.
So I'm really looking forward to casting these on and hopefully having a pair of socks by Christmas. We'll see. Y'all know how my sock knitting goes. But self-striping seem to knit themselves, so then the only other things that I picked up in Black Mountain were some of the Mondiem and Lobby Aimee collaboration. So this one is Winterfell, and it's a really nice deep navy with blues and like tealy greens. It looks a lot brighter on screen than it is in person.
It's out a little. It looks black, and then when you look up at it close, you can see the depth of color in it.
And these are 100% Portuguese wool, non-superwash for soft yarn. And then this one is, I'm going to say it wrong probably, Moncourts. Maybe not. Maybe I was looking at the Portuguese pronunciation, but it's a nice mauve purple color. And I bought these intentionally to be socks. So you'll notice a theme with my purchases.
Zoe has socks on the brain all the
Apparently,
time.
that's all I can buy for right now. So yeah, that was Black Mountain. I'm trying to think if there's any other things of note from that. No.
Other than you need a lot of self-control when you're in there, which
apparently
we exhibited.
We had thought about going back on Saturday, but it just never worked. Or y'all didn't feel like you needed to go back, so.
I knew I could get something similar to the Fig and Honey yarn.
Fig and Posy.
Fig and Honey sounds good though.
Yes.
To the Fig and Posy at SAFF. There would be vendors with similar colors there. And worst case scenario, I stalk her on Instagram for a shop update if I really feel like it got away.
So, you want to talk about SAFF for a little bit?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, me literally talk about SAFF for a little bit.
Oh. Well, I mean, this is supposed to be a joint.
Yeah. So this was my first year at SAFF.
Yeah.
And it's both of your seconds.
It's my first year also.
Oh.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah. So we've now done 2 festivals together this year.
In 1 year.
Yeah.
I thought there were just as many vendors as EYF as there, but it was a lot more spread out and a lot brighter, so that was really nice. And you didn't feel like you were overheating the entire time, which was, I mean, there was portions where I got hot, but
it wasn't crazy hot in there.
No.
Yeah, there's a nice mix of vendors there, from indie dyers to small farms to yarn shops and like finished goods as well. So that's nice.
And there's a lot. Yeah. Sorry, I cut
No, go ahead.
I was going to say there's a lot for everyone. So if you're a needle felter, a weaver, a spinner, a knitter,
Even a dyer. There's dyes
yeah,
there.
you could find something for whatever your interest is.
Yeah. So, and again, if you've watched any of the vlogs, you'll know that we were meeting 2 of our aunts there as well.
My sisters.
Yes. So there's a sister trip.
It's the twisted sisters and naughty nieces, as we call
Or naughty daughters.
Yes. So we met them there. They had already done some pre-shopping while we were at Black Mountain.
Which they had already pre-shopped Black Mountain earlier in the week.
Yeah, they had done some other yarn shop hopping as well. And they hit Black Mountain earlier in the week. But the first thing that I ran into that I knew that was already on my list was, I guess I'll grab it. I knew I wanted more self-striping yarn because it's not something that I feel comfortable dyeing. And this is from
it's in there.
Whitebirch Fiberarts. Yes, Whitebirch Fiberarts. This colorway is called Strange Days, and it stripes. It's a darker gray sequence with shades of purple, so it's a really nice.
And the nice thing about her shop was she had swatches of all of her self-striping knit up and next to the skein, so you could see how it would work up.
And I didn't realize these are 250 grams, which will be really nice, so I can just do 2 at a time as well. Neat.
And she also had, what was the other vendor at her booth?
Oh, she had Canon hand dyes there, and she had buttons from A Sheep in the Woods, and was that it? I think so. I did buy something else there, but it's a secret for someone.
It's a present.
Yeah, for a partner, swap partner. So yeah, that was my first purchase, and then we started wandering around and
kind of taking in the festival, seeing everyone who's there.
I think you made the next purchase with your...
Yes. So I knew going into the festival, one of the things I was interested in buying was a project bag, because a lot of what I have at home is just kind of like drawstring sacks. So I wanted something a little bit sturdier. So we stumbled on... I'm sitting on it. So it doubles as a pillow. So I went to Twist... Is it Fiber Studio?
Twist Fiber Studio, yeah.
And she had a lot of really cute prints and fabrics. So I'll let Zoe show that off.
I think they're from Charlotte too, if I'm not mistaken.
So she had quite a few fabrics that I really liked, but this is the one I kept coming back to. I really like the colors. I've already moved a project into it. If you want to sneak at that, it matches.
And it has a project in it already.
Yes.
So... yeah, it was affordable. They're well made. They're sturdy.
I was gonna say, I bought one of those bags last year that I've shown on the podcast.
They had a nice handle.
They have like interfacing in them.
Yeah, so they have some body to them.
Yeah, they were a good purchase. I honestly, after that, I don't remember what came next.
I just know I was looking for fiber mostly, because I feel like I bought... what?
Nothing.
I was going to say, I feel like I bought a ton of yarn in Scotland, so it's not necessarily
super
what
high.
I needed this go around.
I know the two of us are
dominating.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you should share your exciting news of what you did Friday night.
Oh, well, I was talking about something else first.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Will you hand me the yarn that I brought with me?
Yes.
So... Zoe had given me this yarn. Or was it both of you?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
I purchased it, but it's from both of us.
I think for my birthday, it might have been
No, it was
Mother's
your
Day.
retirement
It was Mother's
present.
Day / retirement.
Okay. I can't remember all these things.
This is why I'm here.
Anyways, they're beautiful, like lavender and kind of a medium brownish taupe, and
Camel-y
it's got
color,
little flecks of purple in it also. And so the pattern that I wanted to use for it needed another color. And this yarn is 66% mohair and 34% merino. So it's got a little bit of, what would you call
A
that?
halo.
Okay, it has a bit of a halo.
Yeah.
Let me see your halo.
So I wanted to get something that had a similar content, and looked all over the
High and low.
place,
Yeah.
and discovered,
The top one is what she bought. Yes.
and that yarn is from,
This one.
it was from Mountain Meadow Farm, which is in Franklin, North Carolina, where my sister Laura, their Aunt Laura,
I can't see.
It's in
has
there.
some property and spends a lot of time there. But it is made,
You want this one?
yeah. This is made of Pandora fiber, which is a goat.
It's the pygmy Angora goat.
Right.
Oh.
So it's very soft, and I really loved the feel of it, and I think it's going to mesh very well
Yeah, they'll look
with
good
with
together.
those colors and fiber. The fiber, I think, is very
The
similar.
Pandora.
And we got to see some of the Pandora goats
Yeah.
at
that was
the
neat.
festival,
They
so
were
that was
from that.
that was
farm.
fun.
Yeah. So yes, the sidetrack here. On Friday night, we convinced Mom that she should try needle knitting because she's been a loom knitter up until now. So in the car the whole way there and on all of our little trips, she's been practicing, and
For
she's
needle
pretty
knitting.
good for
She is.
2 or 3 days worth of knitting. So
I'm a good
Do you
teacher.
want me to show them the
Sure.
yarn I bought?
I heard that. This one.
Yes.
Okay.
So I purchased this yarn for my first real needle
Needle
knitting
knitting
project,
Here.
and it's
A little higher.
from
so-
Fiber Seed,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah, right there.
is it a shop in
She's
Tampa?
an indie dyer in Tampa,
Okay, which is where
which is near where I
Close,
live.
yeah.
It's on the
and
other side of the Gulf.
where my
on the
dad
bay.
was born. So
Mhm.
that was nice to get something where there's a connection. But I just really loved this peacock color, and it seemed to be what I kept getting drawn to.
Mhm.
Yeah. And this
Yeah.
yarn, the way it's dyed, she has a pattern that utilizes the pooling, which is what
Yeah.
you're planning on making. And so it kind of creates a border with the peacock on the outside and then the speckle pools
so
in
it
the
kind of
middle.
looks like that.
Yeah.
But when you
it's
look
knit
at the
up.
pattern online, they have it where you can actually arrange the fabric different ways. So you can have the dark on the inside or the light,
Oh,
on the
yeah,
inside.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
for-
that does.
depending on how you fold it and shape it.
We'll link all
And
this.
yeah, so
Yeah.
we can put the
Yeah,
pattern.
there will be links to everything in the description box below. But yeah, the colorway is called Peacock, and it's worsted weight yarn that we're gonna start her off on. So.
Which you seem to like the worsted weight for what you've been practicing on, too.
Mm-hmm.
She's very good at fixing her mistakes, too.
So yeah, then I guess next you and I went on a bit of a fiber buying spree after that.
A little. Not like a huge bender, though.
No, but we both kind of bought a lot of the same stuff.
things, yeah, so
So I guess we both got some of this, which is Cormo from it's Kristen's Fibers Studio. I mean, and it's just bare, but it's pin drafted, so that will be good for spinning with.
That'll be good for you learning because it'll be one less thing you have to worry about keeping up with. I knew when I saw it was Cormo, I knew I was going to buy it because, and then when everyone talks about their Rhinebeck videos, Cormo is one of the things most people mention getting there. So I was
really
intrigued
soft
to try it because of that. And I said this earlier when we were having a conversation. When I buy spinning fiber, I try and get different breeds or types of fiber so I can experience all the sheep there are and see how they handle and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I got 8 ounces of that, and then
yeah, we both bought one on one day, and then when we came back today for the second day, we both bought a second one because
I really
it's
liked
not
it.
one you come across frequently.
No,
so.
and yesterday on the way back to our Airbnb, the whole time I was like, I think I want more of that korma. Korma.
She said it about 200 times, yes.
And then when we were, another vendor we were looking at there also had Rambouillet.
That's the same vendor.
No, but
you
let me finish my story. Had Rambouillet, and I liked it, and I kept looking at it, but she didn't really have it dyed in any colors that I really wanted to make the purchase in. So while we were back at Kristen's Fiber Studio, I keep wanting to call her Kirsten.
Kirsten, yeah, me too.
When we were back at her booth, she had some bare Rambouillet. It's 100% 4 ounces. So I went ahead and bought that because it was at a good price. And Zoe and I talked about trying to dye it up tonight, but that ain't going to happen.
No.
We're all beat. But I might leave it with her to see what she can do to it, or I might take it home and see what I'll do to it.
Is this the place where they had the little tiny spinning machine?
No.
Oh, okay. We'll get to that later.
Yes. So probably the next booth we hit was the Ewephoric Fibers, and the lady at the booth, I don't know if we caught her name or not, but she was
wonderful.
She was very helpful and very knowledgeable on fiber.
She teaches spinning, so she was able to explain the properties of the fiber, and like for you, Zoe, learning when you told her like, oh, I've only been spinning 2 weeks, she took the time to be like, oh, well, you probably want to learn this, and
so she suggested these, which are 60/40, a Polworth silk blend. So what's nice about that is the way the dye strikes silk versus wool, you get the variation in tones.
Yes, and she said it hits the silk before it hits the fiber, which is why the silk is darker than the Polworth with the color.
And Naomi got this blue color, which is also really pretty.
Yeah, it's like a deep sea color.
Yeah, it's a very true blue, I feel like.
Yeah. And I've spun silk and Polworth before, but I really enjoyed it when I spun it, and I haven't come across it really since then. She had some cotton there too.
That was that was really interesting.
And I don't think I have it with me at the moment, but she gave me a little to take back, like a little sample to try out to spin, and it still had the seeds in it. And
I almost got some.
It was really soft. It was really interesting.
I was just curious what it would feel like spinning cotton versus wool,
and I've never spun cotton
else
before either. And it's whatever's domestic to the U.S. is what they sell. I don't remember the specific breed.
I forgot.
Yeah, and she's based out of Gainesville.
Yeah, so that was a fun coincidence when you started chatting and found out she was
local-ish
sort of
to me.
Local, yeah.
I was trying to convince her to come do a program at the museum.
So I forgot to mention when we were at Kristen's Fiber Studio, I picked up a couple minis for my Battenberg blanket. The dark blue is called Athens. Hey.
No, that's a tie.
And the green is Paris. So I'm just always on the hunt for minis to go in that blanket, which I think I probably have enough by now. I think the next thing we stumbled upon was...
Well, we both knew we wanted to go to Dunn Spunn.
Yes.
Which...
I saw her last year at SAFF, and I hemmed and hawed over buying a bat to send to Naomi to spin for me. And I never did, because I was like, I don't know. They're kind of artsy.
They are.
And sparkly, which is not normally what I gravitate to for yarn, but now that I am spinning, I knew that I wanted to play with it myself. So we both picked up a bat from her. And mine is called Nothing But the Blues. And clearly we were on a blue, or I was on a blue kick, blue purple. And it's a mixture of, it says wool blend, bamboo, Angelina, wool fleece. And it's 1.9 ounces. So is what?
Nothing. Finish yours. She's laughing at the name of mine.
So, since I'm a beginner and it's kind of just crazy yarn or
it's just something
fiber,
you can have fun with.
I'm not gonna be super fussed about what comes out of this and make something fun with it.
So mine I got is called Space Buns.
And it's this nice black with magenta and blue
and
iridescent.
And I went for
and
this one because it's pretty similar to the bat that I got at EYF. So I'm thinking I can ply the two together after I spin them, and then that'll be my
holographic color.
My 2019 festival Handspun.
And hers has silk noil, bamboo, Angelina, and wool blend. So, yeah.
I'm keeping it in the bag though because the Stelina gets on everything.
Yeah. Might have just got some on your yarn.
You get to take a bit of me with you.
Aww.
So that was a good find.
That was day one for me, and some of day two in the books.
Well, we went to so the main arena held most of the vendors, but then there was another covered area outside that Naomi and I walked through at the end of the first day, and
we were pretty brain dead and glazed over,
but we knew there was a couple of vendors that we wanted to hit again on day two. But we stayed at an Airbnb in Hendersonville, which was about a 20-minute drive from Fletcher in the venue. And that was a great experience, I thought.
Very nice.
It was nice.
It was nice to just have a quick drive after dinner somewhere to relax and
drink some tea. And
we could take our time in the morning, which was nice. You got more knitting lessons that evening.
Yes. So on day two...
Did you buy anything else on day one, Mom?
I bought the
rose gold.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if it's in here.
It's in here. Oh yeah, here. So, she got a sweater's quantity of this yarn. I'm not going to pull them all out. But it is...
Oh, I like it in this light better than at the Airbnb.
It looks like that corner of
kind of in here,
It's from Pandora's Yarn.
See, now it looks more rose gold. It was looking green at the Airbnb to me last night.
Green.
Yeah.
It's luxe base, so it's 80% wool, 10% bamboo, 10% nylon.
And a base.
It's the dust dried rose colorway.
Oh, we were close with our nickname.
Yeah,
we've been calling it rose gold all weekend.
So yeah, it's a nice mixture of gold and yellow. And sorry, I'm talking about your yarn.
That's okay. It's fine for you to talk about it. So my sister Laura also bought some of their yarn.
Oh, their yarn.
So she took me there to show me where she had bought some things, and I found this that I really liked, and it was 2 for $30.
That's a good price.
There are some deals if you hunt around at the festivals, I feel like.
Yeah. So it was a good way for me to get a sweater.
At a good, because you splurged on the Picora.
Right.
And I think we determined this is a sport weight yarn.
Yes.
Oh, so the bamboo will add a nice drape to it.
Yeah, and it should add some nice durability to the yarn as well. Because a lot of people use that for socks.
Bamboo?
Yeah, it helps
when they
it
don't
wear
want
harder.
nylon, yeah.
I'm learning.
So, yeah, we're helping Mom pick out a sweater pattern. So if you have any sweater pattern... for beginners... that you would recommend, maybe drop them in the comment box and let us know.
We'll pass them on to Mom.
Yes.
And the only other things, we went out to dinner that night.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a good time.
Yeah, with everybody, and we went and ate at a Mexican restaurant, which was quite tasty.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that, I guess that brings us back to day 2.
Do we have anything? Oh, I'm gonna
Go ahead.
tangent.
No,
I didn't think it was as crowded as I was anticipating when we went.
it was not as crowded as last year, in my opinion. And I mean, I do think the health scare is part of that. But
Is it that the arena that it was in was bigger than the other one?
if anything, I would say that arena is smaller than the building it was supposed to be in.
Even with the people out in the tent
Mhm.
area?
The tented area was larger, so maybe they split it more evenly.
Because when you went in, so imagine like, I don't know, almost like a small sports stadium. So there were vendors on an upper ring, and then you went down stadium seating, and then there was another floor of vendors.
Yeah.
In like what, like a arena field would be.
It's actually a dirt floor that they cover with, like, it's not really AstroTurf, but like that.
Like a tarp meets AstroTurf.
It's that stuff you put on a back porch in Florida.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Indoor carpet?
Sort of.
Kind
But it's
of.
like faux grass looking, I don't know what it's called. It's like nylon grass.
It is. I've bought that before and made a cat tree out of it.
Why does that not surprise me?
Lucy got her own custom cat tree.
So yeah, and actually I do think walking on the carpeted dirt was better for my feet and my back than being on like flat cement.
Or like
the
a
other
concrete
building
base.
is.
Yeah.
So that was nice. And again, yes, it's a very well lit
Yeah, that was nice
venue.
as well.
That was one of my critiques of EYF.
It was hot.
It was hot, and the
it was
light
dark in there.
It was very dark, yeah. So, I knew when we went back to SAFF on day 2, I wanted something from Toadhollow Yarns, which that was one of the outdoor vendors that I knew when I was in their booth that I wanted something, but at that point in the day I couldn't think. And I saw that they had advent calendars. And I've been regretting not purchasing one earlier in the year. Even though I dyed advent calendars, I know what's coming, so I like
she dyed her own advent calendar for
yeah,
herself.
that's what I mean. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna knit one out of the yarn that I dyed, but I enjoy the ritual of opening one every day before Christmas. I think it's fun. So they actually had 2 or 3 advent calendars. They're just in the bag. I'm not gonna pull everything out.
I think she said, quote, pick your favorite Christmas bag.
Pretty much. And yeah, so there's 25 in here. I'm not sure if the 25th one is a full skein or a mini, but I'm hoping it's a full skein. But their yarn is really lovely. They have nice like pastel palettes.
Yeah. They have some darker colors, but overall it's a lighter palette.
And they're kind of, they have themes, like inspiration.
They had a Princess Bride section, a Harry Potter, and I think maybe Disney, because there was a couple like Cinderella colors that I saw. But I don't know if that's all of Disney or if it was just like Disney princesses or...
But yeah, I know I had heard of them, and then I saw them there and was pretty happy to get that.
So I was thinking I was going to get one of their skeins since we weren't going back to the indie, and it was close to the Fig and Posy Yarn.
Good job.
She's forever going to be Fig and Honey in my head. So originally I was just going to buy this one skein, and I went with this kind of bluey green because I'm trying to round out the colors in my stash. And literally as I was standing in line, I said, screw the budget. And I grabbed this one.
So this one, the blue one's called Runaway to Sea.
And that's one of the Princess Bride
That
colors.
makes sense. That's really pretty.
Yeah.
And this one is also this is the Little Princess collection called Sarah Crew.
Oh, I didn't realize that when I bought it, but I kept looking at this peach color, and I just told Zoe before we started filming I might end up gifting it to her, actually, because she bought me a skein of La Bien Aimee a month or two ago, so it's my way of evening the debt. And I have one like pretty similar to this at home
those
right
are
now.
both really nice.
So
Clearly we were all feeling this color this year.
Yeah.
I think it was the color of the year. So that got bought, and then we went back inside and bought the second Cormo. Oh, I know what happened next for me.
Oh, me too. And you, right?
We bought the bags. Is that what you're...
Yeah. So I knew I wanted a project bag, and I hadn't bought one on the first day because I was kind of waiting to buy it last. So we went back to Twist Fiber Studio, and I had my eye on this pattern on day one, and it's the Naughty Kitties.
More naughtiness.
Yes, so I think that was appropriate for my house.
And so when we got in there, she said, oh, by the way, I have a bunch of project bags for half off right now because I've had a lot of excess stock hanging around. So she said anything down low, and then she plopped a stack in front of us, said, or these are all $15 right now.
How are we supposed to say no to that? So I picked this one up for half off. The little crystals and gems to hold my Advent project that I'm going
And because
to start.
Mine is in that.
Over there. So, and then I was like, well, I still need more project bags. So I picked up a little purple moon phase.
I like that too. Well, that matches my braid.
And it matches this that she had half off as well. So this is...
Well, it kind of matches mine.
It matches
too.
yours too, yeah.
Naomi and I are both purple
Actually,
girls.
We're the purple holics.
That.
Yeah, that looks really good together.
I know where y'all live. I have to work out at Traders.
Yeah, so this is 75.25. I don't know what the colorway is, yeah.
Maybe it's a one of a kind or something.
Dye pot surprise.
There you go.
But when I put the two next to each other, they looked like a
I think you
match
should make
made in
socks.
heaven. Go buy. I'm anti-sock right now.
So yeah, that was a nice surprise to come across some
Yes,
half-off
this-
bags and
This was
things.
my splurge / unexpected purchase of the festival.
I could have bought their SAFF colorway as well, but I
I
resisted.
didn't see that.
I showed it to you on the first day.
I don't remember.
You were
it.
in a haze the first day. Did I buy? Oh, I did buy a few other little things. After that,
Do you want to get the pair of socks that I got? For,
yeah.
I thought you got the RV camper bag.
It was not half price.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. You want
Just-
something?
I don't know if you ever showed yours off, Mom, but it's
Yes, you
really
did.
pretty. Well, they get
Well,
double
yeah,
the
you might
pleasure
have.
now.
So
Here.
I bought these for my husband. They're called Soulmate socks, and they're not hand knit, but they are
Machine knit.
yeah, they're machine knit and they're unique, and I've bought them in the past for the kids and for myself when we've been on different trips, because a lot of the little gift shops and some of the small towns in North Carolina will carry them.
These are
And
mine.
there's another pair. And I believe one of the shop owners told me the first time I bought them that some of them are made near Winston-Salem.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
So anyways, what's cool about them is they're like mirror images
similar, but
of each other. They kind of
it's the same pattern.
they contrast each other in color. So they're just fun socks. And all right, what else we got?
I picked up this shawl pin because cats. It was just a very reasonably priced shawl pin, and even though I don't really wear shawl pins, but I think the style isn't fussy with just the clips. So.
No, just have to wear it on a shawl.
Yeah, I know.
It almost looks like you could wear it as a beret in your hair with a ponytail.
I that too. Maybe I will. So yeah, I saw that like the first 5 minutes we walked in, and I thought about it for 2 days. So I figured I should get it.
No, it's cute.
And then after that, I guess
we went and checked out the animals after that.
Oh yeah,
which are super cute.
Yes.
SAFF reminded me a lot of the Estes Park Wool Market, if anyone's ever been to that, which is a similar number of vendors. And they bring in animals and do animal judging, and you can buy full fleeces. And
I didn't see the full fleeces for sale. I don't know if
they
we missed
were
that.
with various vendors, and then I don't know if we missed like
they do
the room where they did the judging, and then you could buy the judged fleeces.
That's what I was saying.
And it could have just been in a building that we didn't.
It was,
which is fine. I still have my Shetland fleece at home
that
I've like almost through processing, but. I've had that since what? When was your retirement party?
May.
I've had it since May, and it's still not ready to spin. So
there.
But yeah, we checked out the sheepies and the goats.
Yes, they were really adorable, and I'm still trying to convince Jason that we need a sheep farm.
Girl, you're gonna be working a long time on that one.
No kidding.
And the goats. We saw the goats and the alpacas.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they had alpacas too.
And the Shetlands were super cute.
Oh, and I like the
Angora rabbits.
The Icelandic.
Oh yeah, there were some Angora rabbits in the kind of in the shopping center actually.
Some of the vendors had them there.
Yeah.
Where you could pet them, and one lady was
showing how they pull the fleece off. So after the animals, that's when I got more of the Cormo.
Right.
And the Rambouillet. And we thought we were done.
Yes.
And then...
You spied this last thing from afar on top of a shelf.
I did, and you were looking at socks or something.
Yes. It's my fault for looking at socks.
Always blame Mom.
What can I say? I'm a sucker for socks.
So, anyways, this I'm pretty sure is Ashland Bay, which I've also spun in the past. And I really liked, but I've never seen this particular colorway before. So, I got 4 ounces of it. And this particular booth also had where you could sit and try out the mini...
I saw some people with their hair colored this color.
You probably did.
Yes.
But yeah, you could also try out the new electric eel wheels, the minis.
Yeah.
So Zoe and I both sat and spun for a little bit on those.
It was also nice that it was like a shop or something that I wish I probably might have her name somewhere, but
Suzanne something.
Susan, I thought it was Susan. Yeah.
Fiber Mill.
That's what it was. Just Susan's
Fiber something.
She was from Wisconsin.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I took a picture of her banner.
So she actually helped me since, I'm a very beginner spinner, kind of some of her tips and tricks.
Yeah.
So I was able to actually spin pretty fine on that wheel, which was really nice.
The Nano just wants to spin thin.
Yeah.
But it was I still want one.
I think down the road it's probably going to happen.
My birthday.
Sure. Put your order in.
But I think that's it. We were pretty pooped after that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did we get food? No, we didn't get food.
No, we just
drove
came
to the restaurant.
You just said we didn't get food. We drove to the restaurant.
We didn't get food in Fletcher.
We drove home to your house.
Yes.
So
obviously
tired.
we're all pretty fried at this point, but it was a really fun weekend.
Yes.
I enjoyed our hike on Thursday.
Clearly we've giggled the whole time.
Yes, and the leaves are really lovely. It was a good week for fall color around here. Other than it raining last night, that was not fun to drive in, but the weather's been nice.
Yeah,
so.
It's been good sweater weather.
Do you want to talk about the sweater?
Well, yeah, I've talked about it. That's my dark water, my second place sweater that Mom decided to model for me today. Yeah, because I talked about I'm not crazy about the fit on my arms. Her bust is a little smaller, so I think it fits a little better there.
But some ladies noticed it and gave her lots of comments on it, but they even noticed that it was unique and asked if she had dyed it herself. So I thought that was cool that they recognized it as one of a kind.
Special. So yeah, I know I'm not the greatest at marketing myself, but I'm working on it.
Yeah,
so,
we're after her to get business cards so she can pass them out.
Anyway.
Y'all should request them.
The people demand it.
Yes. So we have a big old pile of yarn on the floor here now that I guess we got to clean up and pack away. Naomi's flying home tomorrow and Mom's driving home, so I guess we're just gonna maybe go sit and knit for a little bit and
Drink
call
a
it a
bottle of
night.
wine.
I think there's one in the fridge if you want one.
Don't need it.
So yeah, thank you for joining us. I hope y'all enjoyed our silliness here.
If you like what you saw, feel free to thumbs up,
Subscribe to either one of us.
hit that notification bell.
Yeah, I mean, and I think we're just both gonna upload this to our
Probably.
channels for the heck of it.
It's too jumbled to
Trying to
untangle.
split up or
Yeah.
anything. And
Thank you to our special
Yes.
guest, Mom.
Yes.
Mom guest.
The Queen of Scarves. Anyway, yes, I'll link to, or we'll both link to everything in our show notes. And yeah, I think we'll end it there.
By we both link, I'm going to copy and paste it with show notes.
Maybe I'll make you do the show notes if I'm editing the video.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right, guys. I will be continuing through Vlogtober for the next few days, and then probably
Isn't it over?
it's
The
like
26th, yeah.
5 more days. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at getting Vlogtober on time, but it is what it is. And then podcast probably in a week or so. I'm probably gonna record. I don't know about you, Nate.
Next weekend. So, depending
Oh,
on
yeah,
when this goes up.
Your crunch time for your
I have
shawl.
2 weeks to finish my wedding shawl.
You can do it.
I haven't put a stitch in since the last time I podcasted.
Uh-oh. No more.
Don't give me that
No
look.
more fun. It's not me. It's Amelia gonna be giving.
Is it for Amelia?
Yeah, it's my wedding present. Mom knows Amelia.
Okay. Yes. Now for the third time, I'm gonna wrap this up here. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys shortly.
Bye.